Hello everyone, my name is Stanisław Frejlak, I am professional one-dan. We are commenting games from London Open 2022. This is the sixth round, the first board. Kim Minseong takes black against Kai Hei Chan. This was the shortest of the games on the first board. It starts with such a joseki, and then black approaches. This is a very big move, very important who gets the next move on the right side, because there are two fourth line stones. So for black it is very nice to get a fourth line and third line stone, and also it threatens a bit white stone. White doesn't want to answer this move. This would be putting too many moves on the same side. So white plays elsewhere, and then black continues. I don't know how to react best to such a move. Certainly white can either just play from the two stones or one stone, or white can try to connect. But what white was afraid of was that black will hane, then atari, and then pull back. Now there is this cutting stone, so white might feel that white needs to add a move, but if black gets this shape, this is good for black. However, luckily, white has a right to push out once more. If black now cuts white, then actually this will be bad for black. Like, first of all, there is a ladder. Black can make life, but even if black does so, it's not good for black. Life for 2 points, and white gets strong on the outside. So in fact, we don't need to be scared of this variation. We extend, black will connect, we take the stone, black turns, and this is an even result. But in the game, white doesn't want black to have that possibility, so white kicks and then attaches, and now black doesn't have a good continuation. However, black already gained strength on the outside, so black can now leave it and already be moderately satisfied with this variation. So black attaches, and white needs to choose a joseki, and this is maybe the most common move, but it would give black an influence towards the side where black already has many good stones, and this would help black to create a great moyo. That's why white plays from the other side, and we get this joseki. Yeah, this is a bit like almost a one-way street. There are some moves which we could play differently, but not much. So it goes like this, and this is the end of the joseki. If you don't know this joseki, then I don't know, maybe good to go slowly through it. Like, think exactly what are black's options, and understand that, for example, this is maybe not the best move, this extension. That's why atari and then push, and then get a double hane. Okay, anyway, pretty complicated. It finishes with white getting a lot of points. I would say that up to here white has maybe 16 points in the corner, and black getting the outside. The ladder breaker is quite... White had also another option. White can try to rather take black's base. Like this, it would be great for white, because then we really enclose black, and probably we also add a move, and there is still some agi in the corner. And if black goes like this, then black is forced to play an empty triangle. One empty triangle or another. So maybe play from the bottom instead. When white plays from the above, black could just play calmly, but instead black finds this move. If white blocks, then maybe black's plan is to go like this. That's a complicated variation. It seems not really working for white, because the ladder, white doesn't have a ladder. Might be a good choice. White might change the topic by just taking the stone in the corner, or first play here. This is a good style, proper move. I don't know, maybe this is the variation, but in the game white doesn't want to go into that, and white chooses to just let black go out, but get the bottom influence instead. However, it's not very easy for white, because when black splits white still needs a need to add a move to the shape, because it's actually not very safe shape. This is the problem with this shape, that actually white is not so strong. Black is strong on both sides, so white is a bit weak. So white adds a move, and then black has time to attack the stones, pincer them. So the result is not ideal for white, but well, we put pressure on black's group, and also the group of black is not fully alive in the corner. So now white goes out and the game continues. But unfortunately white doesn't manage to connect the two groups. This is maybe impossible to connect the two groups. So if it's not possible, then maybe better not to push black into our other group. Maybe better to, I don't know, try to just live, or I don't know, maybe this is a better shape. This looks good, I think. Yeah, to not push black against our other group, and then we will run two groups next to each other and black will just keep splitting them. We can live independently with both of them. In the game it goes like this, and then black doesn't need to attack the group right now, and maybe it's smart to first get strong ourselves, and then we have power to attack white. Black has so many moves in that quarter of the board, and white has just one stone. White decides to just make territory, and I think it's a smart choice. If white plays a move on the side, then black might even go to the 3-3 invasion. And if it goes, let's say, like this, white is a bit weak. So that's why white wants to just make sure points. But there is one thing I saw in one professional game: when there are a lot of opponent stones on the outside, then it might be reasonable to play another diagonal move. Looks very funny and not very efficient, but you will see what problems white can have after this one. Black makes exchanges. These exchanges are being made to make sure that we have the descent in center. If we don't make these exchanges, and one day in the fight we need these A12 stones, and it can happen of course, then actually white might ignore, and later if we play all these moves, white will play from the other side. Black goes here, white goes here, and black gets a lot of points in center, like reduces white's territory, but black failed to get this one in center. White had time to play on the outside. So this is a good probe. We played before the fight, and right now white will not play from that other side, because then still black can get the center endgame profit. This would be annoying for white. So white plays like this, and then black played elsewhere. Black is already sure that this move is his. And how does black play? 3-3 invasion. This is the weak point of this white shape. The easiest way to answer a 3-3 invasion is, of course, this one. You think that we all learned this move, but actually it's almost always just good for black to reduce white's corner in center in this way. It's not only about the reduction of white's corner, it also enlarges black's area on the bottom. So white wants to be stronger, and white plays in the game this empty triangle move, but it's not easy because black pushes, and white could just pull back, but then certainly black has enough space to live in the corner, and white will have group without eyes among black's strong stones. So white plays a stronger move, and then black cuts. Not only black has all these stones, but also the ladder doesn't work for white. The ladder will break on that stone, but also if there is even a stone further. So the ladder doesn't work for sure. The only way white can connect the two groups is by capturing the stones in the corner. And at first it might look easy. We just play Hane and here, but then black chooses a very strong continuation, and we will see that actually black has a lot of liberties. Now black pushes. If black doesn't push but just plays in the corner, then later there will be agi, so black wants to make sure that the agi is not there. This is the actual game, and then play in the corner after this exchange, and then in the corner. White destroys black's second eye, black throws in, And if white just follows the most intuitive sequence like this, then it turns into a seki. Moreover, it's sent a seki for black. So maybe now black plays here, white lives, black is happy that black destroyed white's corner. But maybe also black can try to attack the whole group of white, and remember that if this group dies, then white's group in the corner also dies. So white cannot follow this intuitive variation, and well, white might try to play something on the outside first, but it will all lead to a seki, and maybe without giving black that stone. It would be already better, but still very risky. What went wrong for white? Well, when black pushes, if white knew how big trouble there is in the corner, white would have just blocked. And yeah, black can get something on the outside, but at least white is safe, white has a lot of points, and well, black won't get too many points from this influence. So this would be better, especially after the second push. Now it's even easier to just block and kill the group in the corner. So maybe this move of black was too much, maybe black could just play this one, because white cannot connect the stones, this we know. But in the actual game, black got both the pushes and then the move in the corner. So this is a very difficult situation for white. White tries to get some liberties and then attaches, hoping that this will be sent, and in fact it looks a bit like sent. If black doesn't answer, then white can pull out the stone. But in fact, maybe black even gives away the 6 stones, if it means that white dies on the side. Maybe it's not so easy for black, but maybe black needs to play like this, and then white makes life, but then black can still run. Anyway, black ignored, because black thinks that what happened in the corner is just very big. And what else does black think? What else can be black scared of? Well, maybe after these moves, white is almost alive. So black cannot capture the group on the side to later also capture the other group, which is right now in seki. And also there is another option which white has, and white missed it. White played it only later, when it was too late. So white can play the clamp. If black connects, then suddenly white gets a lot of liberties. Now it won't be seki. Now white wins by 1 liberty. So black will probably not connect. If black goes down, then white cuts and black is in trouble. So the only move seems to be this Atari and start a ko. But getting a ko for the life of the group is actually a good option for white. White has 1 threat here, and then maybe another threat, go out with the stone. If black keeps answering, then actually black also risks really a lot on this ko. What can be black's threat? This move probably. But yeah, white will also have next threats, and maybe also white doesn't answer. Even if black gets that corner, it's like 24 points, and the white's corner became huge. So black's attack on the white's corner failed. Therefore, the ko would be difficult for black. Probably black would need to ignore this threat, but white will get a lot out of it. White missed this possibility, played this move hoping that he can get a good exchange first, but black just ignored it. It's not the game. White starts a ko, but actually this is a ko for nothing, because black just connects. Now white still tries to get something out of it, but black just adds a move on the outside, and there is no way out for white, and also no way to capture black's group, because white doesn't have a liberty to take black's liberties. Okay, so what is left is that the group of white died, and the other group on the side still needs to make sure that it lives. So white runs, and black gets center. And what to do with center? Black just adds a move to get rid of all edges. So it seems that black is already sure that black is ahead by a lot. White tries to complicate game a bit. That's of course a correct attitude. If white just If white just steps back and gives black all the possible points, then for sure black has more. But it doesn't go too well for white because now black splits white and white needs to take care of the other rook. By the way, very, very nice turn. This is a key point of white's shape. It creates very annoying continuations, and if black just answered and white got this move, white's shape would be very strong. Black plays calmly, splits white. Here white cannot capture the 3 stones, unfortunately, because of this cut, so white just plays like this and runs. And white is split. And yeah, we can see that white is just very scared of black in this game. Black seems so strong. Well, it would be better to, for example, play in the corner, try to live with that group, but white is scared that maybe there is a continuation like this and white dies. But it's not realistic. It will give white a stone on the outside, and also probably white has some other ways of answering black's moves. White shouldn't be scared, it shouldn't play such a slow move. Like this, again, the initiative is completely on black's side, and black destroys the base on the group on the left, then attacks the stone on the right, just splits all the groups, splits, and it's so difficult for white to play because white has 3 groups without life. 3 running groups is a bad sign. Now a ko starts and black has threats to this ko because white has weak groups. The ko goes. And as a result, white manages to run with both groups, but black finally captures the ko. And at this moment, white resigns. So yeah, black just has a big advantage. Black has a big corner here, a corner there, another quite big corner here. The only thing white has is 1 corner on the left and also a few points here. Side end komi. So I think that black has an advantage of at least 1 corner in this game of this much territory. So I think that's it about this game, and the main lesson we get is how sharp this variation by black might be. Go into Sansan and then push and then cut if the ladder is good for black. White can, of course, go like this, but then it doesn't look good for white. Maybe it would be reasonable to just take the corner, even though it gives black a comfortable center continuation. Or there are also other, a bit sharper ways of answering. Maybe play like this. Instead of getting the empty triangle, we will get a tiger's mouth, and then probably we will extend or still block. Well, a lot of reading involved, so not an easy position. Okay, I think that's it about this game. Thank you all for listening, and see you in the next review. Bye bye.